China and Saudi Arabia have agreed to lift their bilateral ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership. The announcement was made after Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud held talks with the visiting Chinese President Xi Jinping. President Xi arrived in Riyadh on Tuesday on the first stop of his three-nation tour of the Middle East. It's the first state visit by a Chinese head of state to Saudi Arabia in 7 years. During the meeting, the two leaders agreed to build a stable, long-term energy cooperation and make the China-initiated Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank a win-win financing platform. After the talks, a series of cooperation deals were also signed, covering areas such as energy, communications, environment, culture and science and technology. Our reporter Han Peng has more on the first day of President Xi's visit.
President Xi Jinping's arrival in Saudi Arabia has met with high-profile reception. The Saudi authorities have sent 4 F-15 fighter jets to escort President Xi Jinping's plane, a rarely high-profile demonstration of the close ties between the two countries. Actually, China is now one of the biggest trading partners of Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is China's biggest oil supplier. The economic cooperation between the two countries is actually mutually beneficial. Saudi Arabia is now facing some economic difficulties as oil prices continue to tumble, and the country is facing the largest budget deficit in history. And as for China, the country is pushing forward its One Belt, One Road initiative in the revival of the ancient Silk Road. And Saudi Arabia, as well as the Middle East, is a crucial juncture of that major connection from China to Western Europe. President Xi's visit to the Middle East has also come on a sensitive timing in which Saudi Arabia and Iran, the two feuding giants in the Middle East, has run into their worst conflict in over a decade. President Xi Jinping is actually the very first head of state to visit both countries, both Saudi Arabia and Iran, since they cut their diplomatic ties earlier this month. And according to Chinese diplomatic sources, China is not willing to take side in this issue and is committed to developing friendly relations with both countries with an aim of boosting regional stability. So it's very interesting to see how President Xi Jinping is trying to strike a delicate balance between the two giants in the Middle East.